Hello, this is Teresa and I'm back. I wanted to do a double feature Saturday today. I've already done one video for Junk Journal July and it was a bit of a dud because somehow the camera got changed to the iPad camera that's pointing towards the back of the camera. I have no idea how that happened. But anyways, I did fix my cover. I just put a couple staples in there, and we'll see if that works. This is my second fix to the cover. And then I did finish today, which you saw in the video, and then I did do my journaling on this page like I said I was going to. So it just says that Jesus is the light, hallelujah. Throughout the Bible, light has always been a symbol of holiness, goodness, knowledge, wisdom, grace, hope, and God's revelation. God is not just light or a kind of light. He is light itself. All light comes from Him. At the beginning of time, He created the light to dispel the darkness and chaos over all the earth. We could stand to get rid of some chaos on the earth nowadays. We'll just wait and see what God has planned for it. Okay, so here's the haul. And it's 3 books. And what I'm going to do with this haul is I'm going to take these books apart and I'm going to make some ephemera packs with them that I will list in my Ko-fi shop. This one is a primer of Michigan history, and it is dated 1897. So let's see how easy or difficult. Okay, that's how this one is put together. So what we're going to do, let me think for just a second. I don't know if this will be strong enough to get this up. Well, that's actually very loose. Always try to be really careful with these because they do have rust on them, and I don't want to puncture my skin with something that is rusty. This one is problematic. It's a tough old bird. Whoa. Now each book, when you try to take it apart, you just have to experiment sometimes and fiddle with and be gentle until you can figure out what's going to be the best way to take it apart. And be careful, because you can hurt yourself doing this sort of thing. Keep the folios intact. Now this type of book is one signature, and one signature that holds together several folios, like 40 of them. So we've got some great folios intact here. Just going to gently separate it from the cover. Okay. Now, we can see that this cover is very fragile, but what's interesting about this cover is that while it's paper glued onto the inside of the cover, which is different, this feels like leather. It feels like a leather cover, which I've never had something like this before. I like the ink stain there, and it really, for as kind of like raggedy as it is, look at that, that looks like leather. It really is pretty sturdy, and this definitely could be repurposed into something else that would be really fun. Yeah. So then let's test the paper. I always am very careful with the cover paper pages because you've got the date there. And I will end up taking a scan of this page so that I can keep it, I can put it on the ad for the ephemera, and I can keep it with any ephemera packs that go out so that folks know these particular pages are from 1897. So I'm just gonna take a page. Actually, these were several different signatures. Let's see. Like, here's the signature. Okay, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 folios. This would be a folio. So let's see if, I think I messed up some pages towards the back. So I'll take one of those. This is really good. This got messed up, but I don't want to mess with that. I want to keep that. I think those are great. Let's see. I thought I tore some. No, that all looks good. This is probably where I tore it, but it really doesn't look all that bad. I'm just, oh, here's a big chunk out of this. Okay, let's take a little folio. I want to test the paper. Hold still, finger. Okay, let's take this page right here. And let's tear this in half. Tear it nicely. And then let's see. This is nice, sturdy paper. I mean, so what I'm doing is I'm like being rough with it. You know, like I'm flipping the pages. I'm just kind of, you know, wiggling it. It is not tearing. This is good paper. It's got great patina on it. It's good, sturdy paper. And it's from the 1800s. There are images on some of these pages, and it just talks about Michigan history. So what more could you want? History, sturdy pages, patina, 1800s, yeah, great font. These are going to be a great item for ephemera packs. is particularly interested in the cover and the cover pages or the title pages that have the date, let me know. And I will do up an ephemera pack specifically with those pieces in there. And I'll put an ephemera pack together like that. Okay, so that book is going to go in the ephemera pack. Let me get some of this yucky up. And I need a quick drink. Cheers. Let's see what it's going to take to tear this one apart. This has kind of like a cardstock type cover. And what's the date on this one? 1898. So this is a book on patriotic quotations. So more history, patriotism. Let's see how we take this one apart. Okay, this one has staples also. This paper feels like it could rip easy, but we shall soon find out. So these, like plier-like things I have, one is a wire cutter, and the other one is a wire cincher or something. I don't know. But cutter and holder, I guess. And my goal is to get the legs of the staples up first. And you'll notice for this one, had to go to the middle of the book to find this. In the other one, I went to, I think I got it. Other than that, I had to go to the front and the back of the book to deal with the staples. Pushing down, and that staple wanted to pop up for me. Again, you want to be slow and gentle. A combination of gentle and firm. Being a little bit more difficult to pop up. So this cover isn't as exciting as the other cover, but it does look good. I mean, I probably would mount this to something if I was going to use this for a cover on a journal, but I think I would be more inclined to use this as a folio in a signature. I would probably reinforce the middle, but the rest of it I think is sturdy enough to be used as a folio in a journal. So let's take the pages apart. This one is basically one signature. Okay. And we've got some great illustrations in it. From the 1800s. So this is American history. Let's take a look at the paper. It's got a bit of patina to it. Now, let's go ahead and tear this. See how it tears. And I just feel like this would be more fragile. Yep, it's fragile. I started to wiggle it and it tears when you wiggle it. So this paper is a lot more fragile. If I were going to put this into a journal as one of the folios of a signature, I would leave the folio together like this, and I would reinforce right here and right here with some washi tape, or you know, you can even take other strong vintage book page like this, and you could cut like a strip and reinforce it. And then I also would reinforce the edges with paper or washi tape, or you know, you could even use aged tape. Aged tape would look good on it. This is my aged tape. Sorry, Tim Holtz sells like packages of aged tape strips. This is my aged tape that I got off of Etsy, but you could use that. That would be a lot of work. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it for these pages. But these are neat. I mean, you've got an index here of everything. Of course, I'm going to sell these in ephemera packs, so this will be broken up into probably 10 to 15 ephemera packs. And I will have more information about that on my Ko-fi shop. So that book is going to have pages in it. I could have sworn I bought a German book, but I guess I didn't. Darn. I had my eye on one. Okay, this is a school book. What do they call it? Yearbook. This is a school yearbook. So this is from the 50s. Let's see how appropriate or inappropriate the signings might be. So 5/22/1950. Dear Margaret, did we had a time in Spanish? I will never forget you. Dear Margaret, I will always remember and the good times we had in general math, and best of luck next year. Lots of luck. Best of luck, Dear Margaret, lots of luck to a nice, sweet girl. We'll see you next year. For a friend, lots of luck to a good girl. Dear Margaret, good luck to a swell freshie. Maybe wish she was a freshman. See you next year as a sophomore. Have fun always. Yeah, so these are all very appropriate. See, best of luck through high school. Don't forget our math days. Best wishes. Best of luck to a swell girl. I hope you have fun next year. Dear Margaret, best of luck through the year and rest of luck out test today. Dear Margaret, best of luck in BHS from a friend. Well, old pal, my first semester of BHS is over. Everyone sure has been swell. Lots of luck and love to a real sweet gal, and have fun your next 3 years. Hi kid, remember me? How could you forget, hun? We sure have had lots of fun together. Lots of luck to you. You sure do deserve it. Very, very appropriate. Nothing bad here. Here's wishing you the best of luck in your future years. See, this is just a breath of fresh. Ooh, this person wrote a lot from a girl. Wow. Dear Peggy, I've had so much fun running around with you that I hope it's still, she spells it like still something instead of S-T-I-L-L, the same next time. Remember the good times we had probably during, down on the steps by the Copper Queen waiting for the ball players, and all the fun we had talking to all the ball players and talking to Mrs. Elliott. Don't forget the times we had in Mrs. Sheaves' room, always going after the Cokes are going to town for her. I sure hope we see a lot of each other this summer and go on those dates we're supposed to. Remember with the ball players, they're ball player crazy, or at least this one is. I wish you all the luck in the world and in the future years at BHS, and whatever this kid says she means, haha. Well, I guess I ran out of things to say. Remember May 23rd, 1950, down at Mamie's. A pal always, Helen, whatever. And P.S. Remember our names, Peggy and Pete. Don't forget them, please. So Margaret was Peggy and Helen was Pete. But, you know, this reminds me of old-fashioned movies where you hear this kind of stuff. And then, oh, this is fun because in yearbooks, I do kind of recall having ads in yearbooks. This is cool. I like that. And we've got some great pictures. '50s. Drillers Club. Funny. So, are these the ball players, or were they baseball players? Well, his picture is in quite, he was a popular guy. small, let's see, lots of luck, a swell girl. So one of the ball players wrote to her, a swell girl. Look at those shoes. I used to have some of those. They came back into style in the 70s. Lots of fun. So, how are we going to take this one apart? Let's take a look. I think I see a staple there. I don't want to mess up any of this though. So what I may have to do is to cut right here. And you will have ended up seeing 3 different ways to tear a book apart. So that noise you're hearing is me cutting into the binding. There we go. And now staple is right underneath there. So I'm going to make a small cut here. This staple, these staples. I feel like a surgeon. Actually 4 staples. you just gotta do the best you can. I mean, somebody might be able to do a better job than I am. I'm actually starting to get a little impatient. Right there, that's what I need. Of your like Italian books and German books that you get, they're not this difficult to take apart. Oh. I have issues with my hands, so this might not be as difficult for you as it is for me. Yes, I did, Diane. Do you have your granddaughter with you? We didn't stay long at the vintage market. It wasn't all that great. Yeah, like I'm gonna pick that up with my nails. Wow. Your daughter's a hard worker. What does your daughter do? I'm guessing nurse. Okay, I will check my email. Cool. Ooh, NICU nurse. That's a challenging job. Hmm. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, done. Finally. That one was a chore. So let's see how the pages are going to come out. Are they single pages? They appear to be single pages. Yep, they're single pages. Okay. Now, as you can see, the thing about this is, as junk journals, we don't usually like glossy paper because it doesn't behave the same way that matte type paper does. But as you can see, you can write on this paper. So I will be tearing this all apart, and I will be putting this in my ephemera packs. So I'll be putting together, like I said, 10 to 15 ephemera packs with the pages from these books equally divided. So they will go out in not an envelope like this. In fact, I cut this envelope, but like one of these envelopes, but a smaller one, more like 8.5 by 10 size envelope, so that it will accommodate these yearbook pages. And so I will. So this book is from the 1950s, and this is from the 1800s, and this is from the 1800s. So I will divide these evenly and then see where I get with, say, 10 envelopes. And let's see, so there's like 40 folios in here. Divided by 10 would be 4 each. Yeah, I'll probably be doing 10 envelopes of these divided up, and then I'll probably be putting some scraps like this in there as well to round it out. And they will all sell for $15 each, which includes postage. So I'll get those together and I'll put them in my coffee shop. And if you'd like to be made aware of when that's going to happen right away, be sure to follow my coffee shop. And the link for my coffee shop is in the description. So if you're interested in something like this, offhand, I feel like I'd be throwing that away because well, it does feel like leather though. I don't know. Let me know if you're interested in this leather type book. The thing is, it's one page. So these inside pages are pretty much secured to this. I did not cut the binding, so it really is. Maybe I just didn't like it so much because it's green, but it is leather-like, so a person could probably take some glycerin and some ink, and they could change the color of this by just rubbing it in to this leather-like material. Okay, so that's what I had for you for the double feature Saturday vintage craft haul, and let me know what you think. And if you have other ideas for ephemera packages that you'd like to be able to purchase, I really did think I got that German book, and I was going to put those German pages in here too. So what I may end up doing is taking apart my German book and putting them into these packs as well. I like to make things fun. So before I go, let's see, we're at 57 minutes, so this has been a long enough video. I would like to just share with you something that I'm working on. This is kind of my, I don't know, what do you call this kind of thing, Diane, for making gel prints? So I've just tried to put some different textures on this toilet paper roll. So this embellishment is a texture, the rubber band is a texture. We've got a little bit of fabric that I tried to build up and put a couple of sequins on here. And then I've got some more sequins on here so that I would roll it on the gel plate and it would make a texture. So, I don't know, I just had an empty toilet paper roll one day and I thought I did this to see if this would do anything when I rolled it, but it's weird that I don't have a lot of stuff laying around my desk that has texture. This has some cool texture, but I can't take this apart because I use this thing all the time. So, anyways, I keep looking around to see if I have anything, and I really don't have anything. I have some burlap somewhere, so I'm gonna see if I can find my burlap. And yep, homemade texture. I'm gonna find my burlap and put my burlap on there. Boy, wonder where that is. I know I have some somewhere, but yep, I'll keep looking. And I just have this sitting on my desk, and I'll build on it as time goes by. Well, thank you for joining me today. Yeah, I thought of that too. This kind of sticks up, but we'll see. I don't know if I can put my fingers inside of it and press down. If this wasn't already an hour video, I'd grab out my gel plate and give it a go, but that could end up being a whole nother hour for me to, hang on, missed him. That could end up being a whole nother hour. Take a squeegee and gut gaps in it. Squeegee. I have a burner. Have a squeegee. Squeegee. Like, this is the closest thing I can think of that I have that would be like a squeegee. My brain I'm just not, ooh. It's awesome. But I don't know that I want to sacrifice this trim. Still have a lot left. I only need about this much. Oh yes, squeegees are used to pull the water off of windows. Okay, now that I can picture it in my head, I don't think I have any. Okay, I'm visualizing what you're talking about now. Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah. And I could, like, I could use this for that and then cut on the smaller plate. I don't know how well it would work on the bigger plate. Yeah, it would be better to have a big one to cover the whole plate. I'll have to look for one in the dollar store next time I'm there. That might stick up. So where's the grandbaby right now, Diane? Is she taking a nap? Okay, let that dry. Well, okay. Thank you guys for visiting. Thank you, Diane, as usual, for visiting and chatting at me. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Trying to think, I will probably be back tomorrow. Bare butt? What's bare butt for? I'm not really sure what that comment relates to. Maybe I don't want to know. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off. I need to go get some lunch. My tummy is grumbling. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye, Diane.